So continuing on, not only with GAC videos, but talking about the future of Star Wars as a franchise. So we're basically getting Filoni's Star Wars creativity, genius, respect for older canon, for some of the really the better print media for Star Wars historically. Some of the old expanded universe books, which are now legends and decanonized, Filoni has been slowly recanonizing the better parts of the expanded universe, which is awesome. And Jon Favreau, it cannot be overstated Jon Favreau's value to the Star Wars franchise now. I mean, look what he did with the Marvel franchise. He completely rebooted it, restarted it, got the hype going again. He did it with the Iron Man movies. He did with Marvel what he is doing, or certainly appears he intends on doing with Star Wars. You start with a fan favorite, cult favorite character and storyline, story arc in Iron Man or Mando and the Child, and then you slowly introduce newer, well, not newer, but existing other characters. I mean, if you look in or think back to Iron Man, I mean, he introduced Black Widow, he introduced Nick Fury, and then you build on that. He is very smart. Um, of course, there are many other people involved, but I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that Marvel did so well, will continue to do well, and then now Star Wars has been completely revitalized. The common denominator there, aside from Disney, of course, is Jon Favreau. So his value, the value that he brings to the franchises, both of them, cannot be overstated. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a fan favorite, even though Mando and the Child are new fan favorites, being supplemented by new characters, older other fan favorites, Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano, and introducing spin-off storylines. I mean, that is exactly how the Marvel Cinematic Universe went, with great success. So I think, with 2 seasons of Mando in the books, with a dozen new Star Wars shows and movies coming out, I think that as fans we can unclench, quit white knuckling as much, try and forget some of the disappointment that we got with the sequel trilogy, even though personally I really enjoyed the sequel trilogy. I even really enjoyed Solo. Yeah, I think if Favreau had written Solo from the beginning, it would have been 100 times better. He did not write Solo. I'm not messing up here. I'm saying he was involved in Solo. He was a voice actor in Solo. I think if Disney had trusted him that early on and given him the reins to Solo, Solo would have been 100 times better. Still totally respect what Ron Howard did in galvanizing the script and storyline. Again, I did not hate Solo. I really liked Solo. I liked that there were no lightsabers used. Because, of course, everyone thinks Star Wars immediately. The first thing you think of are Jedi, which is fine and totally fair. But there is so much going on in the universe that does not involve Jedi. So to see a movie that had nothing to do with Jedi, was, for me, interesting. Because, I mean, we've seen it. You know, if the Jedi is involved, or if a Sith is involved, it's pretty easy to expect what's going to happen. Jedi is going to kill 1,000 for every one of them. Same thing with the Sith. And I loved Rogue One. I think anyone that doesn't like Rogue One is objectively wrong. Rogue One might be the best Star Wars movie we've had since the 70s and 80s. It's dark. It explains a lot of important shit. It closes a couple of loopholes or certainly plot holes. So yeah, if you don't like Rogue One, you need to get your head checked. If you don't look Solo, I mean, I guess I can understand that. I still think Solo was more than adequate as a film. I would have loved to have seen a Kira spinoff. I would love to see an Enfys Nest spinoff. Yeah. I do want to see more of the dark side of Star Wars. Star Wars has been a little bit, historically, too uplifting for many, myself included. That's why I loved Rogue One. It was dark as fuck. So I would love to see a dark side centered film, wherein the main character or main protagonist, I guess you would say, I would love to see the main protagonist of a movie or a show be a darksider or a baddie. I would love to see Sam Witwer play Darth Maul in a live-action series or movie. This fucking flickering again. Let me see if there's something I can do about this. No, sorry guys, looks like the flickering's here to stay. Anyway, I would love to see Sam Witwer play Darth Maul in a live-action show, miniseries, movie. I really don't care, because there's so much about his timeline that we just don't know about. Sure, yeah, there are books. Okay, whoop-de-doo. A lot of people do not read books. I mean, you cannot expect a casual Star Wars fan to read Star Wars books. Most people are just not interested in that. Yes, we super nerds love that shit. We eat that shit up. Like the new Thrawn books. Timothy Zahn's old Thrawn books were decanonized, so he's like, okay, I'll write new ones, no problem. And they're excellent. They're very different from the original Thrawn trilogy, but they are very good. If you have not read them, or if you don't like reading, get the audiobooks. Audible has the audiobooks. They're really good. So yeah, I would love to see Maul. I mean, we've said this 100 times, and it will be true 100 times. It'll be true ad infinitum. There is a literal, unlimited amount of content that Disney can make with Star Wars. And if they keep on their current trajectory, it will be awesome. Awesome. I need to look at Rotten Tomatoes. As soon as I finish this recording, I'm going to look on Rotten Tomatoes to see what the audience scores for Mando Season 2, specifically the last couple of episodes, are. Because if you'll remember, I'm pretty sure the season finale for Mando Season 1 had like 100, almost a perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes. Would not be surprised if Season 2 finale was up there, close, if not the same score. Because that shit was off the hook. It was the tits. Yeah, so everybody just fucking go watch Mandalore so we can talk about it in specifics beyond my Mando spoilers channel in my Discord server. because there's only a handful of us. Hey, who are you barking at? You're so tough. I know. That was Roxy. She's growing some big girl balls. You stay there. Mommy's not back yet. Anyway, so yeah, I just fucking go watch it. Just spend the money. It's worth it. Yeah, you're not going to be disappointed, especially because Disney is adding, forget about Star Wars. Disney is adding so much fucking content to Disney Plus. It's like you're not even going to need cable. You might not even need Netflix. Netflix is going to be under pressure from Disney. Because some Netflix original programming is great, others are not so much. So we'll see.